Why human behavior creates increased bacterial resistance. Bacterial resistance is a growing global health concern, and human behavior plays a significant role in accelerating this phenomenon. But how exactly does our behavior contribute to the rise of antibiotic-resistant bacteria? One of the primary drivers of bacterial resistance is the overuse and misuse of antibiotics. When antibiotics are prescribed unnecessarily or used incorrectly, such as not completing a prescribed course or using antibiotics for viral infections like the common cold, bacteria are exposed to these drugs without being fully eradicated. This selective pressure allows the most resilient bacteria to survive, multiply, and eventually evolve into strains that are resistant to the antibiotics that once killed them. This behavior not only occurs in human medicine but also in veterinary practices and agriculture, where antibiotics are often used to promote growth in livestock, further contributing to resistance. Poor infection control practices in healthcare settings, such as hospitals and clinics, can lead to the spread of resistant bacteria. If healthcare workers fail to follow proper hygiene protocols, like handwashing or sterilizing equipment, resistant bacteria can easily spread from one patient to another. In addition, overcrowded and unsanitary conditions in hospitals can create environments where resistant bacteria thrive, leading to outbreaks of difficult-to-treat infections. In our increasingly interconnected world, bacteria can spread across continents with ease. Global travel and trade mean that resistant bacteria can move from one region to another in a matter of hours or days. For example, a person infected with a resistant strain of bacteria might travel from one country to another, unknowingly bringing the resistant bacteria with them. This global movement helps resistant strains spread and become more widespread, making them harder to control. Human activities such as improper disposal of antibiotics and industrial waste can lead to environmental contamination, contributing to bacterial resistance. Antibiotics that enter water sources through sewage, pharmaceutical manufacturing waste, or agricultural runoff can expose bacteria in the environment to low levels of these drugs. This exposure can promote the development of resistant strains in the environment, which can then be transmitted to humans through contaminated water, food, or direct contact. The development of new antibiotics has not kept pace with the rapid evolution of resistant bacteria. This is partly due to the high cost and lengthy process of developing new drugs, which has led to a decline in pharmaceutical companies investing in antibiotic research. As a result, we are relying on a dwindling arsenal of antibiotics to treat infections, many of which are becoming less effective due to resistance. Human behavior, from the overuse of antibiotics to poor infection control practices and environmental contamination, plays a critical role in the rise of antibiotic-resistant bacteria. Addressing this issue requires a global effort to change these behaviors and promote responsible use of antibiotics. Without such changes, we risk entering a post-antibiotic era where common infections become difficult, if not impossible, to treat.